right, welcome back. I missed a day or two. Well, not missed, I just let the stocks breathe for a little bit. Let us get some things moving before I came back and gave us another update. So some things have happened, some things have moved, so I'll come in and give a quick update on this. So basically, the last time we checked, we had made a move on Tesla. Again, it was an ill-advised move during their week of volatility, during which they jumped up a number of times over the course of a few days and eventually hit a high of about 960. On that day precisely, I bought in at about $8.75 per share average cost. I bought three different times, ended up catching an average of $8.75. Had I waited one measly day, I could have bought Tesla at as low as something like 700 or something. Anyway, I fucked up. But this is what happens. We are learning. I was concerned that Tesla was going to bottom out and it was going to cascade and it was going to continue falling and falling and falling, because that's what it seemed like it was doing. Luckily, it seems to have hit some sort of a floor. There was some good news that the Shanghai factory is going to indeed begin operating in China. There was a scare that because of the coronavirus, they would have to postpone or they would not be able to open. I don't know how they're able to do that, since it doesn't seem the coronavirus is getting any better. I think the last time I saw, the death toll was up to 1,000. We're getting into some scary numbers there, but I guess China's resumed putting people to work, because if not, their economy might end up crashing even more than it already has, and the whole thing's a mess. But as far as our stock goes, Tesla has picked up on the momentum, at least the significantly strong upward momentum they had before the week of volatility, which we're calling it. And hopefully today we jumped up to a high of 815. We closed in within what is that, $60 of where my average is. Obviously, I want to beat that average. I hope we can get Tesla up to somewhere around 1,000, where I would be comfortable selling those 3 shares. That would be really great. But the good news in general is that we started moving in at least a positive direction there. So happy for now about Tesla. We'll see how it moves over the course of the week. In other news, we bought in heavy to Snap after the sales call, after which they took a significant drop off from about $19 a share to around $16, and we ended up getting in at an average cost of $17.25, 50 shares. It was 60 shares, but I sold off 10 in a move that I made today, because I had to move some money around because I wanted to buy into Microsoft, which is the big share. We'll get to that in a second. A little bit more of some bad news. VIR, my very first day trading success, is turning out to be a burden, a problem child, as they have not been able to recover from this nice growth that they had around a week ago, where I bought in for the first time, made a quick flip, thought that I still had momentum on my side, ended up buying in pretty heavily, one of my heaviest buy-ins at 38 shares, about $23 a pop, and we have barely cracked 20 over the past week, and we're really hanging around high 19s, low 20s, not really close to that 23, and the movement is stagnant. So that's disappointing. The only thing I have to go on is the upward momentum that they had from the past. I don't know if they've hit a ceiling here. It appears they might have. If that seems to be the case, I might have to think about pulling out, but I want to hold strong. I'm not going to make a move on that just yet. We're going to hang tight on VIR. It's taking up a lot of space right now, but it is what it is. And then let's get into the new exciting news. So I saw there was some impressive movement and some impressive news coming out of Microsoft. They have been on a tear the last month, just steady growth. and even you go to 3 months, and then if you peel back to a year, it doesn't seem like Microsoft can falter. It doesn't seem like it can fail. So I figured, what the heck? I have the capital. Well, I didn't at the time. I had enough to buy 3 shares this morning, which is what I did, and I made a quick return on that. And then I ended up, I was at about 183 per share, and then I decided I wanted a little more weight in this upward moving stock, and so I ended up moving some out of Snap. Because Snap was giving me positive returns, and I also moved, I think, 5 or 10 out of Space in order to buy 2 more shares of Microsoft. Reason being, Space is hitting a relative high at this moment. It's about at a relative high. Let's see. It doesn't seem to really be pushing past that 20 range. 21 is pretty high for Virgin Galactic, although they have been on the upturn. So I'm predicting a bit of a dip after this, which if that happens to be the case, I'll buy back in again to Virgin, to Space at like, hopefully between 17 and 18. I'd like to pull this average cost down lower if I can, and then continue to sell off when it caps out. I do like Space, and we can work with that. Snap, I want to stay in heavy. I want to see if we can keep pushing that up to 20 and beyond. So I want to keep my hand heavy in Snap. And Microsoft, I'm thinking, is a nice safe bet for now, a nice safe hold with 5 stocks. If it continues in this way, maybe I will continue to move some capital into Microsoft and see if I can continue riding this wave that they seem to be on. So overall, just to give a summary, a main look at this thing. So basically, all in, I have $6,000 my own money into the account. I think there's another 400 that's going to settle soon. So all in, it'll be like 6,400. The first week. Basically, this huge drop-off is the Tesla volatility that we talked about. So I hit a low of basically a loss of about 650 was about the worst I was at. And now we're slowly creeping back up. And my losses are only sitting at about 350 right now. So we're cutting in slowly to those losses. Hopefully we can continue up on this ladder over the course of the week, break even, and then continue upwards from there. This is all an experiment. I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to figure out this stock game as we go. And hopefully you guys are watching and learning a little bit from my mistakes and my successes. So that'll be it for today. Feeling good. We are heading for a good week. I can feel it. Let's keep moving Tesla, let's keep moving Microsoft, let's keep moving Snap, and let's get VIR moving upwards as well. We didn't really touch on Peloton. I guess I'll give a quick talk. They have basically been riding this mountain up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I saw them on a downward peak, and so I ended up buying in heavy. That's about it. Hopefully they get back up to like 34, ideally 35, sell all those off, make a quick flip before the next downward turn, maybe buy back in again. We'll see. Don't know. That's another experiment. It's another game. These are all like little mini laboratories, and they're all little species that operate on their own rules. Okay, now we're getting weird. But yeah, so we'll talk about that next time. That's a developing theory, no doubt. So stocks, Robinhood update, Monday, February 10th, from Medellin, Colombia. And we'll see you on the next update. Maybe it'll be tomorrow, maybe not. But we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.